welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I am super excited about to talk to you, with you about, but it's also a little bit more of a tough topic to talk about, and I just really felt like I needed to share it with you guys and talk to you about it. So let's jump into the video. So today's video is going to be all about seasonal depression. It is real, guys. It is coming, and I've already started feeling the effects of it, and it is fierce, okay? And if you know exactly what I'm talking about, then you totally get it. But for those of you that don't know, there is such a thing as seasonal depression. A lot of times if you are more prone to get to be depressed or have anxiety, then usually when the seasons change and it's darker longer outside, it affects you mentally. There's like studies and facts and everything, and you'll get a thing called seasonal depression. And I am someone that usually gets seasonally depressed every single year. It doesn't help that also Thanksgiving and Christmas are around this time of the year, and I don't really do well around holidays, just for personal reasons, and a lot of other people don't as well, whether you've lost family members or you don't really have anyone to celebrate the holidays with. A lot of times Thanksgiving and Christmas is triggers, and also with it being dark outside longer, it's just a recipe for disaster, a recipe for depression. There you go, a recipe for depression. And it happens to a ton of people, and it usually affects me every single year. Like, I don't know what it was. I was super fine in October. I was doing great. November 1st hit, and it was like, whew, like it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And so I just want to share with you guys a couple of things that I do during this time of the year to kind of counteract seasonal depression, and what I do if I'm just feeling super hopeless, and just things I've done in the past to avoid doing, you know, anything mentally unstable. You know what I'm saying. Attempted suicide, stuff like that. So, because we don't want that to happen to you guys. Because we love you. We love you. I love you. Zazzle loves you. So, we want to make sure that you are safe. And that's all. So, the first thing that I always do around this time of the year is I start journaling. And I journal pretty regularly around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I just lay it out. I actually have a blog that no one knows about and no one will ever know about, and I have tons and tons and tons and tons of posts, and it is all about just my feelings. I post it every single day, and it's there, and I read it back, you know, like I'll read through it, like last year's I'll read through here, but it's just something that I have in my possession that I do, and I journal. You can handwrite and journal if you want to do that. You can write in a planner if you want to do that, but I find that typing out my feelings, I can type a lot faster than I can write, and so when I'm really passionate about something, I just pound it out on my keyboard, and it's done. It's like I just write it all out, walk away, feel like a whole new person. So that's one of the things that I always do is I journal. I journal. Another thing that I love to do around this time of the year is I read a lot more books. And so we are actually going to be reading this book right here. And there's a giveaway going on right now as well for this book right here. It's called Attitude Changes Everything by Sam Glenn. But I just love to read self-help books around this time of the year. I love listening to podcasts this time of the year. Anything that has something positive to say, I am all about it. That is my goal and my mindset is to be every negative thing with something positive. So instead of listening to music on the way to work or listening to music at work, listen to podcasts. You know, whenever I just want to watch TV and drown my sorrows away, I turn it off. I read a book. So those are kind of the things that I've done to help counteract that seasonal depression as far as those things are concerned. Like, love reading, self-help books, podcasts, all that kind of jazz. And maybe I'll do a separate video where I talk about the books I read or the podcasts that I listen to regularly. Let me know if you'd be interested in that, because I could definitely do a separate video on that if you want me to. The third thing I do is I focus on me. And I don't just, it's kind of hard to say unless you've been depressed, but a lot of times when you are depressed, you're like a zombie. And you're just kind of going about your day, and you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, and you're just going through the motions. There you go, going through the motions. And so when I am feeling that kind of way, I really make a point to find things that make me happy. Whether it's like going to a new coffee shop and trying a new coffee, because you know I'm a coffee addict, or I love taking photography photos of places around my city. That's so fun for me. Or taking a bubble bath. I love bubble baths and wine nights when it's been a really rough day at work. That's like my happiness. Or watching a movie. That is my favorite kind of movie to watch. Like, I love to take care of me and make sure that my cup is full, so that I can counteract those thoughts when they come. Those bad thoughts, you know. So that's something I also do. And then the last thing I do is I write what I'm grateful for. Whether it's small, whether it's large, anything, I write what I'm grateful for. Because when I'm feeling helpless and I'm feeling worthless and just in the pits of depression, I go and read what I'm grateful for, or I go and watch videos, or I look at photographs of when I didn't feel like this, and it has helped me tremendously. I've scrapbooked. I post so many photos on Facebook, and a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why are you posting another photo? But I live for that stuff. I need it. Like, it's essential to my mental health. And I don't also necessarily have to post it on social media, but I have them in my phone for times when I need to look at something happy. And so I'm always like, come take a photo, because it's something I need. And if you need that, you need to recognize that and know that. And I think that's the most important thing, is just to know what would make you happy. These are just things that I do when I'm feeling depressed and I need to get myself out of that pit of depression. These are the things that I do for myself. But if you need something else, I've gone to therapy before. Totally not afraid to talk about that. I would even share a video with you guys if you wanted me to share my therapy experience. I'm not afraid of that. Like, if I feel like nothing else is working and I'm still feeling really crummy, I'm like, yep, it's time for therapy. I'm totally down with going and sitting and talking to someone. I've taken medicine before. I mean, you have to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Don't let anyone else make you feel ashamed for what you need to do to take care of yourself mentally, because regardless of what anyone else says, your mental health is just as important as any other health in your body. And I need everyone to truly recognize that. Your brain is extremely powerful. And if you don't have some kind of control over it, then it's just not going to end well for you. You got to keep that in check. So definitely, I hope some of these things helped you today. Maybe it gave you some ideas of what you can do to help when you're feeling depressed or in a pit of depression, as I like to say. I call them the pits of depression. But I hope this helped you guys. Go ahead and enter in the giveaway down below if you want to check that out. I would love for you to enter the giveaway. And be sure to follow me on my blog. So we'll be talking weekly on there about the book. And then we'll be talking after we read each book each month on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for both of those. I love you guys, oodles and oodles. And if you want to have like more videos about mental health, my therapy, stories, anything, let your girl know. I'm all about helping you guys. I want to make sure that you are successful and happy in everything that you do. I love you guys so much, and I will check you in the next video. Bye guys.